For what you are about to receive, may the Lord God make you truly grateful, as the bishop said to the actress.
Hail ye of fallow minds, take my seed in your ear and rejoice. Dis am either or, a gamshow in which the rules stink and the contestants are simple. Something like that. Contestants, he says. Contestants. Let us meet these contestants, you say. No, you can't. You can hear them. Make some noise, you swine. We shall meet them later. But first we shall meet me. Who am I? I am.
Three next Tedium.
I am the Anti-Tedious League, the Society for the Prevention of Dullness. Would you like some tedium? No, thank you. League Against Tedium in the area. In the area. Never mind. Now, it is time for the rules. The rules. This is a gamshow in which the audience are the panelists. He who asks the questions holds the power, and the prize is anonymity. Anonymity. Yes. What sort of prize is that, you might ask? Well, it's a cheap one, certainly. But in these days of excessive fame, who'd want to be famous? Think of Bros.
The rules.
The rules are simple. In this world, you must make decisions. To make decisions, you must be mad, but decisions must be made nevertheless. Our anonymous contestants will be faced with a series of choices. Choices. Tricky choices, difficult choices, absurd choices, but decisions must be made. If your voting record becomes unique, or you are slow in making your decision, or if I don't like your shoes, then your anonymity will be peeled away. And the worst prize of all awaits one who will be made famous. It's like famous, but without the money. And when you hear this sound, then, my friends, you must decide. Black for either, white for or. And what is this I hold in my hand? What is it I am holding in my hand? Infinite power. But in this hand, I have a camera. Oh, yes. Not any old camera. It is the sword of Dust and Nuit. What's that?
Dust and Nuit.
Oh, yes. It is the sword of Dust and Nuit.
Dust and Nuit.
A television station you hold in one hand. You see? I can walk and talk at the same time while filming myself with a camera. This alone raises me above all our previous gam show hosts. And now on to the decision-making proper. 3 choices for you to make, after which your voting records will be rigorously analysed. Think carefully, friends. We are watching you very closely indeed.
Either.
Kid. Kitten.
Either.
Kid. Kitten. You must decide. You must decide. Now. Ah, some of you are slow. Now, of course, the audience is divided. Well, it should be, with a meat cleaver. On the left, we have women. On the right, we have men. In the front, the young, and behind, the elderly. Interesting. Okay, let's vote again. Either tsunami or tsunami. Tsunami or tsunami. You must decide. You must decide. Decide now. Generally, the older men prefer a wave, whereas I notice the young women like the football fan. Onward. Paddles down.
Either.
Shag. Shoot.
Either.
Shag. Shoot. But who? In this case, Anne Widdecombe. You must decide. Decide now. So, there is no discernible pattern. You. Justify your decision.
I didn't realise I'd actually shagged the woman. I don't want to cheat anyone either. So.
We're all lesbians. It's the 1990s. So you've decided to shag Anne Widdecombe. Well, someone has to. Very noble of you. At first glance, no pattern is discernible. However, if we stare long enough and hard enough, a pattern emerges. This is the basis of science, also of art and industry. This is why all scientists are blind. Still, nevertheless, facts, details, having it, yours. Now we've assessed your mettle, things get more serious. Yes, the next decision is more complex and has a right and a wrong answer. If you answer wrongly, your anonymity will be peeled away. So think carefully, friends, and consider. Now, a little background information. Sometimes I get up in the morning, rarely, but it has happened. Like most supermodels, I won't get out of bed for less than £10,000. Unlike most supermodels, I don't get out of bed very often. But when I do, I have my breakfast, similar to a breakfast, but spelt differently. And then I walk down the stairs, I open the door, and go outside. And then I am faced with a decision. Left or right? Go left or right?
Either.
Left
Or.
right? You must decide. You must decide. Decide now. The correct answer, of course, was left. If I go right, I'll go past Terry's house, and I owe him money. So, all those who made the mistake of saying right, I mean you, and yow, put down your paddles, take off your hoods. Already their anonymity is peeled. Specco, shiny, semi-ginga. My God. Oh, you have a face as well. Fantastic. I think what you need is some good advice. Advise this one.
Keep your toilet clean by shitting on your carpet.
Me suspects he already does that. And more advice for this one.
Don't pick your scabs, sing to them.
Some of our contestants have already peeled their anonymities. Behold, behold, behold. However, they shall be permitted to remain, and even given smaller paddles of infinite beauty with which to hide themselves, and perhaps gain the chance to redeem themselves. Meanwhile, we approach the adverts, the gap, the interval, call it what you will. You can't fool all the people all the time, but you can try, hence advertising. Welcome ye back to part 2 of Either or. Or. Yes. Now things get tricky. Those who have already had their anonymity partially peeled shall be allowed to remain. However, the questions now get trickier. If you only ever read one book in your life, I highly recommend you keep your mouth shut. And listen to me, for I have read 9 books. And what's more, I wrote 8 of them. Now, imagine. I know it's hard. Already most of you are lost. Imagine, I said. Imagine you are in a library. Yes, a library. Like a video shop, but with books. Books are basically videos made of paper. You are in a library. Not only that, you are a librarian. You love books. Books is your life. But what's that? Oh yes, the library is on fire. Flame.